Good morning, everyone. Excuse me while I adjust this camera. I hope all of you have had an excellent week and you're ready to start off this, new moon cycle. Today is February 4th, and on top of it being the Chinese New Year and the beginning of the Year of the Pig, today is also a new moon in, I believe, Aquarius. I am pretty sure. So, and being that it's at like 15 degrees, it's kind of bringing to the surface a lot of what we have not already completed. It is a very snowy day here, and I will post a little river shot later on the Facebook, but it is very cold here today. So excuse my boxes in the background. We are still prepping for our shift. We're not sure where we're going yet, but we're still prepping for it. I got a new deck. Miss Bridget, this is what your donation helped provide for everyone. I got Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, and that's what we're going to be using today, as well as the Everyday Witch Tarot. And that one is by Deborah Blake and Elizabeth Alba. In case any of you have not seen the box for this yet, it looks amazing. I have all of my other tarot decks put away, so we're just going to have to bear with the fact I only have 2 right now. So we'll break into our cards in just a few minutes. I just wanted to go over a few things first, and I want to start with saying welcome to all of you who are joining for the first time. Thank you for showing up for us. And to let you guys know a little bit of the changes that are going to be coming as far as the channel goes. I am not going to have as much time for a little bit, at least until after the move, especially to be on here every day with all of you. So I'm going to be switching to a Sunday only live stream, and that'll be at 11 a.m. every Sunday, and it'll be a couple hour long marathon session. But I wanted all of you to know I'm not disappearing into the nothing, but it is very important right now that I take this time to retreat with my family and figure out what it is that we're doing. And you guys do make that easier by being so supportive, and I thank you very much for that. I am still doing private readings and consultations and things like that. If you are interested in that, you can just hit me up through the normal channels, and we'll get that figured out. This new moon is unlocking a lot of really hidden places where we have judged ourselves before. It's also breaking loose a lot of the things from our past lives that we can't carry forward with us. So it's kind of been a huge struggle for a lot of us right now, but just remember it does get better. And the more you go through this process, the easier and easier it becomes to shed those things that you need to, and to step up where you need to as well. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. It's not necessarily a matter of being burnt out. I love being here with all of you guys, but it does take a lot of my time. I spend several hours every day on these live streams, getting them prepped and things like that. And well, right now I need to concentrate on finding somewhere for the ministry to go instead. Hello, Fox Mama. So things will be returning back to normal once we get through all of this. And I'm actually hoping that we're going to be moving to a significant chunk of property, and I'll be able to start putting on private retreats and things like that too. So keep your fingers crossed for all of us that this is going to end up being the most benevolent outcome for everyone. What else? Oh, and I will be continuing. Forrest trying to bury himself in his blankets over here. It's very cold. My pit bulls are not happy about it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I will be finishing the 12th insight. I'm going to go ahead and probably stay on after I'm done with this daily pull for today, and we're going to finish the 12th insight because I know you guys are probably dying to hear the end. We have one chapter left, so I'm going to go ahead and finish that today instead of making all of you wait until Sunday. But we will continue the other 3 on Sunday, and we'll start The Only Thing That Matters as well now that we're done with the 12th insight. So, oh, that sounds delicious. Okay. Aw, thank you, Ronnie. Have fun. I used to do that too, actually. It's really fun. I can't hold the camera like that anymore, but it is fun nonetheless. All right, so let's start with a couple cards from our Everyday Witch Tarot to see what this week is going to bring in for everybody. We are definitely still focusing on finishing our purging cycles, and it's going to feel a little bit empty for a little bit, but don't get discouraged. The emptiness is going to be filled with all the things that are coming in, but first we have to make room for them. Because if the universe doesn't think we don't have room, well, it's just going to pass it on to someone else anyways. So it's never going to give us more than it thinks that we can handle. So we have to make sure that the universe thinks we can handle what we're being given. Our first card is the High Priestess, and this pile keeps popping out. So I'm just going to take them, even though it's a lot of cards. Okay, so the High Priestess is going to be our focus for this week. And, well, getting in touch with our intuition and staying in touch with it is kind of key, right? Our next one is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Decisiveness. She is the logical queen. She's also, well, the most unpredictable one. The Seven of Cups. So we have lots and lots of choices, and maybe we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by what those are. Uh-oh, here she is again. The Nine of Swords card. Somebody's still looking at the lock of hair she's missing because she got gum in it. We are not dwelling on our past mistakes anymore, guys. Remember, we are looking toward the future. The Knight of Wands is sensing the destruction coming, but realizing that he can handle it, right? And he's not getting stuck in this spot where he feels like he has to sit on everything in order to keep it. Realizes that what's his is his, right? He can get up off this box and climb out the window and not be stuck anymore. And embody his true calling, which is as the King of Cups, right? And this is our inner masculine being, well, content and surrounded by its emotions. Calm emotions, right? But sometimes in order to get there, we have to kind of walk away from everything that we thought we really wanted, realizing that even though it may have been what we wanted, it wasn't what we needed at the time. And now we're figuring out what it is that we need. Okay, and this is where the Eight of Cups comes in. The Eight of Cups is kind of about lining up all your stuff in a row and going, yeah, I have all of this stuff, but it's still not making me happy like I thought it was. And then, well, taking the one cup that you know will make you happy with you and going where you're going to be happiest with it instead of staying stuck in the same spot. So we have a lot of decisions we have to make, right? And we're all having to make them every day. But the choice is ours, whether we want to embody this part of ourselves, right? our divine aspects, our highest selves, or whether we want to, well, embody these, right? Our lower aspects. This is crying over spilled milk and feeling like there's not enough, right? Whereas this is the knowledge there's always enough, and, well, why cry over spilled milk? There's more, right? So, in that knowing, we realize I can probably conquer this dragon. I know it's huge, but there's a way, right? Somebody else has already done it before me, so why can't I? I'm going to pick up my cup that I love, and we're going to traipse off into the nothing and figure out where we really belong. And we're going to do that by what? Following our intuition, right? Sometimes that comes through cards or stones or listening to someone else or having a conversation or hearing someone else's conversation sometimes too. You never know where the synchronicities are going to occur. You just have to keep watching because they're there. It's just a matter of whether or not you see them or not. So let's switch over to Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler. We're going to get 3 cards from this, and then I'm going to read you them out of the book. I love the fact that this is purple as purple can be. And look at the mandala. Right? Love it. Okay, so let's get our 3 cards. I probably just threw them all on the floor. Oh, definitely. Let's try this again. Make sure I got them all. You get 3 cards for this week, please, for the collective. There they are right here. All right. Nice. Okay. We get the Faraway Places card. Okay. Oh, where we go? The Desert Passage card. Okay. And the Wise Leader card. Okay. So, Faraway Places, let's start there. Okay, so Faraway Places says, get ready for new horizons. The card meaning is, stop playing it safe. Get ready for new horizons and change in your life. A journey is coming. It might be to foreign lands or faraway places, or maybe an inner shift that changes your destiny. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know part of the glory of travel is stepping out of old habits, routines, and the repetitiveness of everyday life. It can feel daunting, yet in no small way your life is a spiritual voyage. Change is coming. Things are not as they seem. There are no wrong turns. And every adventure and misadventure is part of the course. You are on a pilgrimage of the soul. Keep your metaphorical bag packed. Some unexpected experiences are ahead. Be ready for anything. The joy of travel is that you can begin to experience the everyday as if you are seeing it for the first time. Nothing should be taken for granted. Ooh, I like it. Let's see. Desert Passage says, trust there's a divine plan. So, even if it seems that life has areas of barrenness beneath the surface, life is transforming in accordance with your highest good. Trust that you're guided, even if it doesn't always seem like it. There are spiritual guides, allies, and angels surrounding you. Listen to your heart. Act on your instincts. Believe that the messages you're being given are in your highest good, and get down to basics. Trust what you feel. The sacred traveler wants you to know the desert path can seem like a vast wasteland, yet it is in the isolation that immense insights and intuition can emerge. In times of old, sages and visionaries retreated into the desert to connect more deeply with spirit. If in the past you trusted your instincts and then later it seemed to be a mistake, don't let that keep you from trusting your intuition now. Often those things that we thought were mistakes in the past, in hindsight, were the best things possible for us. As you open to your intuition, you will sense messages from and the loving presence of your spirit guides and ancestors. There is a potent plan for your life. Trust. Nice. And wise leader is the last one. And I tell you guys this all the time. You are a leader. You carry a wisdom and radiance that inspires others. Even if you're not always aware of the depth of wisdom within you, it's emerging by leaps and bounds. This is a time to step into your power and take a role of leadership. You're ready. Grab the reins. Make decisions. It's okay if you're not 100% sure. Make decisions anyway. It's what a leader does. The sacred traveler wants you to know on the journey it's easy to tell who the leaders are. They have an inner grace and strength that glows from within. Others travel on the pathways that the leaders have created. The wise leader holds up the flame as a torch for others in the darkest night, but the leader also listens to the beat of their own drum. Grab the reins of life on your terms. Don't live to please and appease others to the detriment of your own needs. This is not what a leader does. Live without regrets. You are a beacon for others. So, every single one of you who have found your way to my channel, you are a beacon for others, right? That's why you found me here. So I can help remind you that you don't need to listen to somebody else for your guidance. You already have it. You're just figuring out the truth of it by listening to other people talk. Right? So, hello, Rebecca. Hopefully I managed to say hi to all of you. So it looks like it's all part of the process right now, everyone. I know things look kind of bleak and barren, and it may feel a little bit empty, and a lot of us are having to make a lot of really tough decisions, and we're not being given a lot of details and logical happenings to make that easier. We're kind of having to go with our gut and realize whether or not something's going to be right for us or not before we do it. And if we're doing it without thinking about it first, well, we're getting the real swift karmic reactions for that too. And sometimes taking that forefront position is hard. But honestly, if I can do it, you guys can all do it too. It's really nothing more than conquering your own demons. And that's what this whole process is really about. It's about realizing that you're not what everybody's always told you you are. You're a divine, creative, creating being, one that's capable of your own divinity. And you're less than your feelings of being less than are a complete fabrication of your fear. We're all always afraid of not living up to other people's standards of us, but what we're realizing is we're not living up to our own. And the outer manifestation of that, I guess, is just the people around you. So try to Stay out of the Nine of Swords and the Four of Pentacles arena. There is enough. And just because you had to cut a little bit of your hair doesn't mean it won't grow back, right? Life is a process, and everything is always constantly creating, including you. And you're creating with your conscious and subconscious thoughts. So make sure you're telling yourself nice things all the time. And if you fall back into it and start telling yourself some not nice things, well, tell yourself that many more nice things to counteract it. All right. Because the bottom of the deck says infinite abundance is going to be ours if we can do that. And that's really what is trying to come about right now. And that's the reason why a lot of us are having to leave behind so much, is because, well, we're going to be given that equivalent in abundance and prosperity and all of those things that we've sacrificed for ourselves to make sure that other people had them. I'm getting a distinct message that those things are going to be coming back around. So make sure your intentions are good. Make sure you're still coming from a place of love and not one of only doing for others so they'll do something for you, for ourselves, right? If you want more love in your life, you have to go out and be more loving to call that in. And that goes with everything, not just love, but companionship, money. You have to actively participate in this process now. Nothing's just being handed to us. And if you're expecting something to just be handed to you, well, you're getting the bag of shit. There is no in between anymore. It's one or the other. You're either willing to do the work and you're getting the reward, or you're not willing to do the work and you're getting the bag of shit. And if that's happening to you, I'm sorry. And there's lots of us that can help. That is funny. Synchronicities everywhere. Okay, so that seems to be our message for today, everybody. Listen to your intuition. The synchronicities are coming. It's just a matter of whether or not you're seeing them. Okay?